We're back, and this is our final week for Seasons of a Relationship.
Yeah, so far we've talked about the season of appreciation, the season of hardship, the season of growth, and then this one, our last one, is going to be the season of fulfillment.
That's it.
Yeah. So fulfillment is obviously the goal in every relationship. This season is characterized by happiness, by joy, by devotion, and by really just learning about one another and learning how to properly handle these conflicts and struggles that we go through. This season, it takes a lot of commitment, and it really just takes a desire to want to help fulfill your other partner. If we go through the previous 3 seasons, if we really work through those well, we can find ourselves in this season more often than not.
Yeah. So last time we talked about growth, and that we really believe that once you're intentional about growth, that fulfillment typically tends to follow. Because it's in that time that when you're growing, you're learning about your partner and you're learning how to handle certain situations so that when hard times come, because they will, you'll be more prepared for them. So fulfillment doesn't mean that bad times don't come, but they just mean that you know how to handle them and how to work through those situations so that you can conquer something as a team and as a couple. And I believe that this is what the Lord really gets the most glory through, is in the season where we're fulfilled and we're able to handle these situations to the best of our abilities as a couple and as individuals. And so I really just believe that this is something that is an ultimate goal, because it does bring the Lord a lot of glory.
Yeah, for sure. So here are some things we want you guys to think about when you are striving for fulfillment in your relationship. Number 1, work towards a deeper spiritual connection with one another. You guys have heard the story about the triangle in Caitlin and I's life, and just how when we grow closer to God, we really grow closer to one another also. We've seen this play out through the entirety of our relationship, and we're totally bought into this idea. Number 2, be honest with your communication. This is something that is really, really hard to do, but if you can really break down and get into that vulnerable, effective, and honest communication, it can really take your relationship to the next level. The third one is have realistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations often lead to just a lot of failure and a sense of disappointment in your spouse, and most of the time when they're trying their hardest to do whatever they can for you, it's just a lot of times we tend to put one another on a pedestal, and that leads to a sort of just unrealistic expectations that's hard to live up to.
Sure. And then my 3 is focus on your weakness. So to try to strengthen those weaknesses, because if you strengthen those weaknesses, you're going to become stronger, so that your strengths are even more stronger because you're learning how to overcome some of those weaker parts of your relationship. And then my next one is surround yourself with positive people. We love our people. We have found amazing positive people to fill our lives with, and we have never been more fulfilled. And it's just so encouraging to have these people in our lives, because they encourage us individually and relationally, and it's so beneficial when it comes to our relationship, because we're getting fulfilled and we're getting encouraged by outsiders and people who are choosing to be in our lives and be a part of our lives, and it's just super encouraging. And my last one is develop a positive direction. Develop a purpose and a specific direction that you're going in. And if you have a common direction, you have a common goal, you're able to focus on something and you're more motivated to reach that. And so if you're specific about that goal and you really strive to reach it, you are motivated to move forward and not become complacent and just stand still in your relationship. So those are some of our little tips for fulfillment, and we hope that those are beneficial to you in your relationships and throughout your lives.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and following along with and just supporting us through this series. We really want to hear what you guys want to hear more about.
Please.
So definitely message, comment, do everything like that to reach out to us. You can always follow us on our website, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our YouTube. All the links to that are below us.
So thank you for joining us on this series and this new journey, and we hope that you learned a little bit along the way, and that you learned a little bit about us and what the Lord has done in our lives. So we appreciate y'all so much, and we are just really thankful.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We're back
for the final week of Seasons of Appreciation.
You said that like you meant it. Seasons of Appreciation.
week of seasons of a relationship. So far we've covered the seasons of appreciation, the seasons of growth, and the seasons of...
Just appreciation. Okay. Woo, okay.
For the final week of seasons of a relation. Maybe you need to set it up for her.